the power. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, you got the power. Oh, oh, oh.
The challenger, who's already come this far, is going to face their final opponent. The winner of this battle will become the winner of the tournament. This one's important.
Okay, and here we are. Here I am, somehow. It's the finals. I'm here. I gotta fight this guy. I gotta fight Venty. I'm not prepared for this. Man, this is absolutely going to be the toughest battle of my goddamn life. But on the plus side, I actually have a lot of inside knowledge on his team, because we've been sparring together for months to, prepare each other for our matches. The only time we've battled each other with our own teams was during our actual match back in, week 7. But I've used a bunch of different teams against his team so many times. I know, the tricks he goes for, I know the kind of stuff he builds usually, I know the general mons that he's been bringing to every match. But the problem is, he also knows that about my team, because I've been battling against him to prepare for my matches. So, in lieu of that, I've actually gone completely, I've reworked a lot of my team. Okay, and this is, okay, this is scary immediately. I mean, anything he was thrown could have been bad, but honestly, immediately noticing the lack of Jolteon, that's a good sign for me. Also the lack of Gudra as well, what the hell? He's only brought one of his Terra Captains. He only has Iron Juggaliss. Which is pretty scary, but also I might be able to work with that. Just gotta send that off. Okay, where was I? Alright. So, I have a 3-step plan to win this. Step 1, I take out Iron Treads. Step 2, I litter the field with hazards and I go ham. Step 3, I somehow do that again a second time because I need to win this twice. Tauros and Goldengo, those are some interesting choices. Tauros, honestly, I'm kind of pretty scared of because it can just rip through a lot of my team. Goldengo could be a real menace as well. The main reason I need to get rid of Iron Treads is because it's the only mon on his team that could clear hazards. At the moment, of course, I don't know what they're bringing, so there's a chance maybe they don't even have Rapid Spin, but I believe they have to, even if they didn't expect me to run a massive hazard set, because I've never really done that before. I remember from our first matchup, they did also still have Rapid Spin. They brought, let me pull up my notes here, because I did very extensive research on our last match. His last team, he was running Choice Band with Earthquake, Ice Spinner, Rapid Spin, and Wild Charge. So, clearly he's covering his bases. But, like I've said, I've got a lot of hazard options, and I've been very light on actually using them throughout the last several weeks. So I'm kind of hoping he wasn't expecting this. And of course, the reason I've gone in with this, I've even brought the old Spidops here, is because he's very fond of running a lot of Choice Scarfs. The lack of Gudra, though, is interesting, because that's one of the main ones I'd probably catch. Because Juggaliss and Pelipper are still going to... now, I'm tripping over words here. Pelipper and Juggaliss are flying, which means they're not going to get caught in the sticky webs, so those with Scarf can still kind of run wild against me. Fortunately, if they do Terra Juggaliss and it switches back in, it will get caught in the webs, so I have to hopefully count on that. Other than that, I've got Quagsire and Corviknight as very defensive mons. I've got Tyranitar and Toadschool as very specially defensive. I'm running quite different sets than normal to hopefully trip him up. And my main sweeper here is going to be Iron Thorns. And of course, Spidops for the hazards. But I'm thinking leading with Tyranitar is probably my best bet here to start with. I probably don't want to go with Spidops right away because I feel like they'll see that. And I kind of want to keep this in the back until I've got treads out of the way. And with that, I think I'm just going to get started. I'm quite glad he doesn't have Jolteon, because that's a massive threat to Corviknight. And also I'm glad he doesn't have Flamigo, because I didn't really get to test much against that. However, this is very much a typical team for him, with the exception of Goldengo. I'm surprised he brought that instead of bringing Goodra. So I'm immediately very worried about what this thing could do. As usual, also, Clodsire is going to be a massive problem to deal with, because it's just really bulky. And this time around, I'm actually not running my usual Corviknight set. Like I said, not Corviknight, Quagsire. Like I've said, I've gone really unconventional and swapped a lot of stuff around. And this time I'm actually running Water Absorb, because, you know, he's got a Rain team. Pelipper throwing out Surf is going to be an issue. And hopefully that gives me a pretty free switch in on that. But otherwise, this is also very much a sand team here, because I've got Steel type, 2 Rock types, 2 Ground types. Spidops is the only thing here that doesn't actually resist the Sandstorm. So I should be able to kind of let that pivot in and out to really basically detract from his ability to crash through me with Tauros Wave Crash. Because once that gets rain boosted, that's a huge problem. I'm also going to need to put something aside here so I can take notes for everything. Reds, quad. I'm also going to be taking notes of the things that I show off to him, because I feel like knowing what he knows is also going to be very useful for me, because it'll dictate whether I can take him by surprise. Oh man, the fact that he hasn't already selected his move yet. Okay, he's got something to say here. Oh boy, here we fucking go. Immediately into the Pelipper. Okay, this is huge actually. Getting that immediate lead is good to know. This means I know he is running some speed on Pelipper, and very presumably Scarf. I feel like maybe I just want to get immediately started with the Stealth Rock, because I've got the Sand up, I've got massive special defense. This is very much in my favour. I could try and hit with Earthquake to catch him switching out, but of course, if Jubilis comes in, I could try and go for the Ice Punch. But I think in general, I just gotta play this safe. Yeah, Treads comes in. Interesting. They're probably immediately just going to try and rapid that. I don't want to risk tanking this. So I gotta go into the, gotta bring in the bulk. And hope they're not gonna go for like some weird electro ball move. Good play. Now having Goldengo is annoying because it means I can't just throw out body presses. But getting damage on this thing is going to be important. Yeah, there we go, they're just going to do that. Iron Treads comes back in immediately. Interesting. That's really annoying. Because, okay, Toadstool is really horribly specially defensive. But physically, if this thing hits me with like an Ice Spinner, I'm pretty much fucked. And I have to be playing this safe. On the flip side, I know it's not Boots, from the fact that it's taking rock damage. The fact that it switched out does tell me it could be banded. Or maybe possibly even Scarfed. They ran banded against me last time, and I'm willing to believe they're running similar sets. It's just a matter of working out how similar. Rox is actually doing pretty good to his team already. Like he's already taking quite a bit of damage from it. I think I'm going to go back into. I mean, he could be Terra Fighting. It's an insane play to have. I don't want to risk hitting I don't want to risk getting blasted with like Thunderbolt though. Because I really have to be conservative about Corviknight's health here. At least when it comes to the risk of getting one shot. I think with Utility, not Utility Umbrella, with the Sandstorm boosting my special defense, I should be able to deal fairly comfortably with the existence of Iron Jugglers. Well, that was a quick switch happened there. Don't know what happened. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do my first calc here. The only move this has, the only fighting move this has is body press. can I survive Earthquake? No. Pretty sure I can't. Yeah, and they get the rapid spin off. I don't know what's happening here, it's just doing the moves really quickly. I feel like I have to maybe try and expect getting a hit onto a Goldengo. Pelipper, interesting. That's not too bad in terms of damage. Now I could go back to Tyranitar again to get the weather sorted out. And I feel like that's got to be my best option. Because I don't want to reveal Water Absorb too early if they try and go for that. And even if they do switch out into something, I feel like my general best option is still getting the sand up. Oof, that still does quite a lot. Which tells me... That's gotta be Specs. Yeah, that is too much damage. There's no way that isn't Specs. Interesting. But the problem is now I can't stay in against it. But it does mean I have the free switch if I bring in Quag. At the cost of revealing that I have Water Absorb. And now from here, they might go into Clodsire to try and bully me out, but that's where my secret weapon Substitute comes in. Because once I set up Substitute, I'll completely block off his ability to use Toxic. But I don't want to use that immediately because... Actually, no, they have their Spec, which means they have to switch out here. The question is simply, what do they switch into? And if I try and catch... I feel like Ice Beam's a good option to try and catch Clodsire coming in. Yeah. Get him. Bring out my Substitute, block off their Toxic. This is no longer Sir Quag you're fighting, my friend. You are up against King Quag. Okay, and they brought Earthquake as their damaging move. This is huge. Because now, I'm not going to use this now because I really want to keep this in reserve. But if I ever get into this position again where I can use my Terror, there is nothing they can do against me if I pull up a Substitute and then I'm flying. Because even if their last move is counter, I'm not running a physical move here. So right now, I'm just kind of bully them a bit into using some of their PP. And I can make a free switch into Corviknight. Masterful read into Goldango. Now I'm going to go back into Toadscruel. Now I've brought my absolutely nasty tech here with Mirror Coat, but I'm kind of tempted. I mean, I gotta work this out now, because I don't want to play this hand too early. This could be like a massive game changer, because I can tank. I'm pretty sure I can tank Surf. I haven't tested with Specs, I don't think, but I can tank generally like whatever Pelipper throws at me, and then just absolutely blast it one shot. So it's just a matter of working out when's a good time to play this hand. And I think... the time might not be yet. Yeah, I can still hit him with for like half his health with Earth Power. And if he hits me with Make It Rain, it's something I deal about the same. Although I thought there's a good chance he switches out. And if he switches out into something, I think I'm going to switch out as well. Because I want him to believe that I'm running Scarf. Because that's what I've been running the last few times, and it's worked really well for me, having a really fast, really specially bulky Toadscruel. But in this case, when he's running so many Choice Scarfs, I realised I might as well just lean into the bulk. Which is why I'm running max special defense, max health, assault vest. Like, special attacks, I don't think anything on his team can actually one-shot me if it's not doing a physical move. Because this is just so ungodly bulky. Yeah, he switched into Jugglist, so no, I'm locked in with my Choice Scarf. I can't do anything. But man, I could hit the Mirror Coat now. Or even just the surprise Dazzling Gleam, frankly. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's nothing else I'd really rather switch into. I mean, I could do Tyranitar, but then I want to preserve that health for when it matters. So I'm just going to go in, blast with the Dazzling Gleam. I mean, if he's running Calcs at this point, now he's going to know that it's Assault Vest. Because there's no other conceivable realm where I take that amount of damage. But that also tells me that he's running almost certainly Choice Scarf. Yeah. Of course, he's going to have to switch out here, surely. So either either Toadscruel gets dropped down to low health, which will suck, but I'll still have it as like a switch option. Or actually, I want to 100% make sure that I can actually take him out with Dazzling Gleam. I want to make sure that wasn't just a really high roll. Oh god, yeah, actually that might have been a... Wait, no, I can do more than that. That's my set. Got 4 specialists. That doesn't make a huge difference, does it? So I did 39 there. This calc saying I can only do 37. That's weird. Oh yeah, hang on, so I got the wrong major here. Shoot. My bad. Okay, 35 to 41. Do I risk that? I mean, surely I have to, because he's got to switch out here. And the fact that he hasn't already just YOLO'd Hurricane tells me he's still trying to work out what to switch. I bet he's probably going nuts right now trying to calc what the hell I just did, or what the hell I've built. Okay, into Iron Treads. Fairly safe bet. Take Corviknight so we can take the Rocky Helmet damage. Yeah, that does more to you than it does to me, really. I think I'm just going to roost here. And now I'm going to bring back Toadscruel. I feel like I'm going to go with the Dazzling Gleam here. Actually, no, let's go for the Earth Power, and that works. Yeah, you're not fucking touching me with that shit. Get out of here. All the time I've been terrorized by having to spar against his stupidly bulky Pelipper, and now he's on the other end. It feels good. The only issue is I do want to be conserving my health a little bit though, because I don't have recovery on this. Yeah, the fact that he just blasted me with a Shadow Ball and only did 14% tells me, you know, he doesn't have anything else to really mess with me here. Also, the fact that I'm faster is interesting. I guess he's probably a bit invested in bulk on this thing then. I think I'm going to switch to Dazzling Gleam because I've got a gut feeling he's going to rotate into Tauros, because obviously he can't go into Tread Legs. He knows my physical defense is going to be my weakness here, but he can't go into Tread Legs because Earth Power would just annihilate it. And meanwhile, you know, Pelipper and Stormbill, they're not going to do much. Same with Clodsire getting blasted with Earth Power, so Tauros is like his only real safe switch here. I feel pretty confident about that. It's just a matter of waiting for him to come to that realization. And all the while, every time I bring in a counter for him and force him to switch out, he's just going to take more and more hazard damage. Of course, once I can get Iron Shreds actually out of the picture, though, I can start setting up a lot more of this. I think maybe the next time I get Quagsire in, I'll start just layering on the spikes, and hopefully I can catch him with Ice Beam. Wow, Venty's really taking his time with this turn. Come on. Make my day. If this thing got recover, it would be unstoppable. Doesn't even get, like, synthesis. I called it. I'm a genius. Get Dazzling Gleam, fool. Okay. And now I gotta go into Corviknight. Because this thing will just crumple if I get hit with a Aqua Jet. And I want him to take the Rocky Helmet damage. Now I'm also tempted to go for the Brave Bird to try and see if I can get something else out. Or at least maybe I can bully Gholdengo. I don't know what Gholdengo's last move slot is, but I feel like Thunderbolt is not a bad guess. Yeah, Gholdengo. I'm absolutely reading him like a book right now. Ooh, critical hit. Who joined with the name Venty Twist His Dick? I just noticed that. Okay. The question is simply now, how do I stop him? Because of course he's just going to recover here, which is really annoying. But then the thing is, he was slower than Toadstool, which means he's going to be slower than Thorns. Probably going to try and switch back into Jugman or Stormbill here, but I've got to just try and go for it. Okay, that's fine. Now the thing is, they're absolutely going to be switching here. Even if they don't, I can tank another one of those. So I just have to catch them on the switch here. And then on the plus side, if I can get up enough hazards later on, Gholdengo's not going to be able to come back in. So even if they switch out at low health, that still works to my advantage. Yeah, actually, yeah, Thunder Punch is going to be absolutely just going to work in my favor here. Because them switching out in anticipation of Earthquake means they're not going to go into Tread Legs or Clods. They could go into Tauros, but they're still going to take super effective damage. And I think even with Intimidate, I should be able to take it out with a combination of Thunder Punch and a single Spike. Iron Treads, interesting. They really risked that. Wow. I mean, safe enough should be to go back into Corviknight. Since this thing has no recovery, right? It's just a matter of slowly whittling it down. And once it's gone, I can just go absolutely ham with all the hazards. Come on. So at this point, I don't really care if they rapid spin at this point, because I've still got pretty much all my health on, most of my health on Quagsire, so I can set up more spikes later. And I haven't even like revealed my other hazards aside from Self Rock. I mean, they're probably going to be expecting Sticky Webs here, but still. And even if they hit me with like Ice Spinner or whatever would be effective against Corviknight. Regardless, I think I'm in the clear, because I just need them to hit me so they can get hit with the Rocky Helmet. And even if they immediately switch out into something anticipating Corviknight, they're still the one that's going to be taking the gradual damage from spikes, so it still works in my favour. I even brought my own rapid spin on Toadscool just to be careful, but I'm actually wondering if... I can remember I've tested this, he does have Pokemon that can set hazards. I mean, he could have Stealth Rock on Clodsire as his last move, but other than that, I don't think he actually has any hazards. And the fact that he hasn't just set one up already tells me, I think, that I'm in the clear. Yeah, 31 turns so far, and there's been no knockouts yet. I mean, most of my team is kind of closing in on around half health. His team also not looking great for wear, honestly. I mean, like, actually, yeah, almost his entire team is below half health now, except Clodsire. So, I mean, in terms of, like, pure health, I'm in a good position here. Yeah. And now he's screwed here, because he can't come back in. And that's it. Treads is down. Phase 1 has been completed. Now I just gotta load up on the hazards. And from here I don't immediately need to reset the rain, because the water boost doesn't matter to Quagsire. The only thing that's really going to mess with me is, you know, perfect hurricane accuracy, but grand scheme it's not a huge concern. And of course I need to be able to negate the potential for thunder here, because that's the most likely outcome. If I can get through this whole match actually without using either of my terrors, I think I should probably do that. Because if I can actually follow through on this into a victory, then going into the second round with 2 unknown terrors would be very useful to have. And here we go. They can't do anything, they're going to have to switch out. Which means I get a free turn setting up spikes. I don't need to preemptively set up my substitute because I'm faster than Clodsire. Everything's coming up my way. The only downside is I'm fairly certain they're going to be running Covert Cloak Clodsire, because I think they always run that. Or at least they always have since they learned it's like a perfect defense against losing your own defenses. Because of course, unaware means they are still susceptible to having their own defense and special defense lowered. So sadly I won't be able to get any random freezes off. Yeah, they're just going to start recovering here. That's fine. Just want to get my full layer of spikes up. I'm conflicted here. I do really want to get the Stealth Rock up, but I also have to stop this thing from just steamrolling me. I mean, Toadscroll can do that. But nah. Okay, no, I can't be getting greedy here. How much was the? Yeah, that Shadow Ball was 14% without Nasty Plot. If they have Make It Rain here, that's going to hurt me. But it does mean I then get to come in as Toadscroll without his Nasty Plot boost. So this is my best course of action. This is risky though. Maybe he's also running Covert Cloak on Goldengo actually, now that I think about it. And yeah, not having Unaware on Quagsire might bite me in the ass here. And because I didn't have the move slot to run Haze either. Because I just really had to go all in on that anti-Clodsire measure. Dazzling Gleam as his last move. Ooh. That's interesting. I don't want to sacrifice anything here. Having the stealth rocks would be useful, but I can't really risk it. Because I don't really have a safe switch in here now. Aside from Toadstool, but I need to take the hit with as much health as I have so I can dish it back. Because yeah, with +2 he's going to deal up to 36%, so I should be able to survive that. Unless, no, maybe if he's modest. Actually no, even if he's modest, I just survive this. But I have to make sure he doesn't get another nasty plot. So I've got to just sacrifice here. Guy's recovering. That's not good. I need to get Taunt off here now, because if he tries to go for another nasty plot, I need to make sure he's also not recovering. This could be really bad. The fact that I'm only doing 37 is really concerning. Is it really a bold Goldango? With max defense, max HP? Is that really what he's got? Oh fuck, I think it is. Oh god, I can't even taunt him. Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I'm so stupid. This is bold, max HP, max defense. Let's see. God, that's not good. On the plus side, Toadstool is faster. So it's simply just a matter of I gotta just keep spamming Earthquake at him. Yeah. So now he's down to 60. Jeez. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed here. Shadow Ball bare minimum is going to do like 40%. Earth Power is only going to do... Not... Actually, wait, no, that's my special defense. No, Shadow Ball... is risky. I could survive right now if he doesn't get another one off. But Earth Power won't do enough to finish the job. I have to go for the mirror coat here. That's like my only recourse, because I can't let him get another recover. I mean, actually, what could Iron Thorns do? Earthquake actually does have a better chance for the KO here. So this will do 57 to 67%, assuming I've calculated his defenses right. What? What? Why'd that do 48? Ah, that's annoying. Did I miss? Ah, no, got my calc wrong. Okay, so that's fine. This is fine. He's done now. I have to go for the Earth Power, but he's most likely going to switch out. But that's fine because Spikes will finish him here. Okay. That thing is so scary. I have to make sure it doesn't ever get a chance to do that again. Not having Stealth Rocks is also annoying because now I don't have hazard answers for these guys. But other than that, I'm still in a fairly good position. I've lost both my Tyrannotars, but I still have some of my main defensive core, and I've still got good old Spidops. This is so intense. This could genuinely go any way. Okay, I mean, most logically he's going to bring in Tauros here. But he's only got so many uses of that, thanks to the spikes. So Tauros is effectively off the field, as long as I can keep Corviknight safe. Since, you know, it's going to come in, it'll take like, I'm pretty sure 3 layers of spikes does 25%. Yeah. I could... I really should have saved all my like sets into calculators so I don't have to keep putting them in, but... But yeah, if it's running specs, Hurricane is going to one-shot me. I don't want to risk my stupid set just yet. Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. I'm thinking I could try and hit him with a circle throw and try and get these guys out of the picture. But honestly, Hurricane Spam Pelipper is not good. I think I go for the circle through again, maybe? I mean, no, it's just, there's no way they're just going to switch out here. I gotta just let them take it on the Rocky helmet. Yeah, man, not getting my stealth rock up is really annoying. I should have done it while I was up against Goldango, probably. Because now, I don't think I actually have an answer for Hurricane spamming Pelipper, except the Hail Mary Mirror Coat. But then I don't really have an answer for Jugman. Yeah, this is a tight spot. I mean, if I can't get like some health back, I'm just kind of useless here. I just gotta hope maybe... nah. I mean, all I can really do is first impression here. I mean, if they hit me with like anything here, I'm just kind of done for. Yeah, that's it. Well, not bad for a first round. I think if I can get the rocks up and start actually putting them through the ringer, that's where I get my win here. Because these guys ignoring the spikes is really annoying. Alright, and that first round was like 1 hour. Jeez, we might have 2 more of these. This is going to be rough.
What a shame! Victory was so close!
Okay. So, fortunately... Oh, I'm just going to drink here. So, fortunately, that last battle did go quite close to the wire, which means I now know a decent bit about his team. I know a lot of his movesets. I've got a general idea on his items. And it's just a matter of actually finding a way to overcome this, because that Hurricane spam late in the game was the death of me, basically. I need to absolutely prioritize getting the stealth rocks up this time around. And I also can't let Quagsire get hit with hurricanes. That was just brutal. Does a U-turn, something I'm very worried about. I'm very tempted to just try my Mirror Coat strategy right out the gate against Pelipper. Because I feel like that could just be my key to getting a win here. But I feel like also leading with it might be a bit too obvious. I mean, I wanted to keep this in reserve until I had like no better option. And yeah, in the end, I didn't reveal that I had this. So I still have this in reserve. But I'm thinking, I mean, turns out it's not a bad opening like last time. And I'm tempted to kind of go with the Spidops, because I've got an interesting strategy here if I just go ham with my Terra type. So I think that might be a good option to have. Because if I lead with Spidops, you turn out into Thorns, and then activate my Terra Ghost, Iron Treads isn't going to be able to like actually hit me, because Air Balloon will prevent them from hitting me with Earthquake, and Terra Ghost will negate Rapid Spin. So it basically means I get a free turn to set up my Dragon Dance. The only issue is if they switch out here immediately into Iron Treads. The question is, do I want to save Spidops? Or do I just sacrifice it immediately? Because I feel like having the utility to circle throw stuff in and out when there's a bunch of hazards later on is useful. But I feel at this point, I've got to go wild with this if I want to win. Like I have to win this round, or it's all over. So I think I'm just going to go all in. Do this to negate the rain. Because while I don't have the same amount of massive special defense on Tyranitar, this thing still does get the benefit from the Sandstorm. And I'm expecting this might then persuade them to switch into Treads. Because I'm pretty sure Treads wasn't swapping moves around. I should have really been paying much closer attention. Yeah. Yeah, they're mostly just sending it out, withdrawing it. Yeah, here we go. Iron Treads comes in. Iron Thorns comes out. Now I'm going to start taking chip damage from turning into Ghost type. But to pull off this wacky strat, I feel like it's worthwhile. Yeah, gotcha. Here we go. This is my game now. And now I am confident that they're locked in right now. And from my notes in terms of speed, let me just pull this up here. Yeah, once I got 1 Dragon Dance, I can outspeed Scarf Pelipper. Once I get 2, I can outspeed Jugglerless. And I think that's what I have to do. Pretty sure without the rain boosting them, I should be able to survive Aqua Jet. Yeah, that does fucking nothing. Gotcha. And I've still got my positive attack from that second stab. I actually don't know if this is unaware. I'm only assuming it is. But of course at this point, I don't want to switch out here. I've got to just absolutely gun it. Yeah, Toxic hurts, but I just take it. And frankly, I think if they're being smart, which they are, there's no way they stay in on this. They're going to try and stall me out as much as possible, and an easy free turn of stall is them switching in one of these against Earthquake. They're just going to juggle me around until Toxic finishes me off. So I absolutely just have to gun it for the Thunder Punch. Because right now their team is divided into 2 camps. Stuff that is absolutely destroyed by Earthquake and stuff that's absolutely destroyed by Thunder Punch. So it's effectively a coin toss here on whether something gets exploded or not. And normally I'd want to play it safe here, and I'd just go for the Earthquake, because worst case scenario, oh, Flying type comes in, I'm still faster, I get the hit next turn. But I only have so many next turns left right now, thanks to Toxic, so I just have to be seeing like 20 moves ahead into the future. The fact that now that he's pointing out that it's a coin flip, I think he's going to have to... He might consider the fact that I'm going to Thunder Punch. Damn it, Swiggus. Stop revealing my massive IQ plays. Yeah, okay, good. Die. I'm a fucking Ava unit running out of power right now. And I watched Evangelion for the first time like 2 days ago, so I can make that reference. Maybe I've got a ghost inside me. I'm fucking giant kaiju monster. It's not actually a robot. I'm going absolutely fucking ham right now. I opened a new drink and I've like already almost finished it. I'm just gonna be stuck with water for the final round if I actually make it that far. I feel like, is he trying to bait me out into another earthquake? Statistically now, assuming he's just picking at random, I have a better chance of hitting with Earthquake than I do Thunder Punch. But logically, he's currently in on a Steel type. He might just go into the flying. Yeah, Earthquake. Damn, into Pelipper. I'm worried that he might Earthquake. He might U-turn though. Because that would actually hurt Toadstool a lot more than... or about the same as Hurricane probably. So I don't want to risk my Mirror Coat strategy just yet. Nah, it did go for the Hurricane. I'll be honest, I actually forgot Trek Legs was actually still in. Yeah, so can't go all in for the hazards just yet. I feel like the next logical option here is trying to catch something else in. Let's get that easy 50% on Pelipper. Without the rain, they're actually in a worse position. See, I actually don't even know. I don't know for certain if they do have thunder. So they have one move I don't know. But I think I am. I'm just gonna. I gotta gamble it here. I need to get rid of Pelipper. I mean, I think I can just keep doing that, honestly. Wild Charge. Interesting. I mean, actually not too interesting. I'm pretty sure that's the move he was using last time, so that gives me confirmation, I suppose. But even with the super effectiveness, Corviknight is just way too defensive for that. Okay, Pelipper's not too useful against the rest of this, so I think I do just kind of, yeah, try Kamikaze at least. Fair enough, that didn't work. So now I go into Toad Scroll. Being able to recover like all of his health like that is annoying. But fortunately, as long as Toad School is here, they can't really do much. Unless I let them charge up Nasty Plot 3 times, which I need to be very careful about not doing. And knowing that it's fully physically defensive means I know I can at least also threaten it with Toad Scroll at the same time, even though I don't actually have any special attack investment on this. Yeah, I just gotta bully it with Earth Power here. See if I can land a crit, that would be really handy. Come on, make a move. Well, there is a good chance they go into Pelipper. I think that's fine with me. Because, I mean, at this point, are they really gonna go for the U-turn? Like, they don't know that I have Mirror Coat. As far as they know, I've only got Earth Power and Dazzling Gleam. And they know that my only other real, like, if they expect that I'm packing, like, Leaf Storm or Giga Drain as my last move, they're not going to expect that I have anything to really affect Pelipper. Yeah, so here comes Pelipper. And I think it's time. Yeah. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, Venty. I'm gonna mirror coat it. Bam! Yes. How'd you like that? I really want to see his reaction on his side, because that's gonna be wild. And now I think I just go back to Earth Powering, because he's only going to do like 14% if he's not charging Nasty Plot. And he can't afford to charge Nasty Plot, so then he'll just get hit by second Earth Power. I think that's it. I don't think Clodsire can counter this either. That's a round win. You know what? If I lose the next round, I am totally fine with that. The fact that I got here and I won a round, like 4-0 as a matter of fact, that's great, honestly. I didn't even think I'd make it to like the playoffs, let alone the finals. So like the fact that I've made it here and scored at least one win, that's a great mark for me to have made upon this league. But I mean, while I'm here, I might as well try and win, so let's get on with the third round.
Time to focus. The next round will determine the outcome.
And here we are. Honestly, it couldn't have played out any other way. Third round, Master versus Apprentice. It's all been leading up to this. This is the apex of the Season 4 River Masters Draft League. And I am here to take the fucking crown. Alright. Admittedly, we didn't learn much more from that than we did in the first round. I mean, we knew that Tauros probably had Aquajet. That's new information. And we knew that Iron Treads has Wild Charge. But other than that, it's very much by the book's information here. So the question is, how do I start this out? They were clever enough to maintain Iron Treads from Ironthorn's Wrath. So setting up the whole status effect ringer is not going to be as easy as I initially expected. But alternatively, I feel like just having Stealth Rocks up in general is going to help me out early on. So I'm thinking going back to my initial Tyranitar lead might work in my favour here. Because last round started out, it was just Spidops versus Pelipper, and I sacrificed it in order to get the safe switch in. Yeah, and they're leading Pelipper once again. Get my Sandstream to counter. Do they actually know what my full moveset is? I've used Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Taunt. I don't think I've actually used Ice Punch. So they might honestly be expecting Thunder Punch, because I think I've ran that previously. And I'm quite willing to use that fear to my advantage. I'm also quite tempted to just go in with the Earthquake, because previously, assessing how this went, they immediately went into Treadlegs, because I tried to set up the Stealth Rocks last time, and that didn't really work out. And now that I think about it, them switching into Treads was probably in anticipation of a Thunder Punch. And of course, fortunately for me, both their ground types are weak to ground. So I think that is going to be the safe play here. Yeah, they're U-turning. and they're assessing the fact that I didn't switch out. Because that's the annoying thing about him having so much pivoting potential. Because if I make a switch out, he's basically making his switch out after me, so he knows what I'm sending out, and he can then counter it. Which is honestly what makes Venty's team so hard to, like, position against. Because he's always got that extra step ahead of you. Whereas in this case, he now has to decide what's going to take the hit. And as I kind of realised last round, his team is entirely divided into things that are weak to ground and things that are weak to electric. And this is also where I get to pull off my other interesting trick here. He might just try and hit you with Earthquake if he's nutty. But if I can just hit him with Taunt, then he can't hit you with Recover or Toxic or anything like that. So he's now kind of a sitting duck. That's a bit annoying. Would have been nice if I did have Thunder Punch there, though. So I think this was kind of a bit of a weird... I think I mainly wanted to have this for Gudra. Because if I was running Thunder Punch on this as well, I'd have practically an identical moveset with Iron Thorns. And I kind of wanted to avoid that. But as usual, Corviknight makes basically a perfect switch in onto Aquatauros here. Because I just need to keep wearing down its health since it doesn't have recovery options. Yeah, close combat does still hurt though. Could go for the Brave Bird here, because that would just actually annihilate it. But I also have to consider they might just go to Treads for the Wild Charge, or more likely Pelipper for the well, actually, I still don't know if it actually has Thunder though, because it's never actually used it. Yeah, getting rid of Tauros is going to be priority, but no, they're not going to stay in. They can't take me out unless they land like a massive crit. So they are absolutely definitely going to switch, but Brave Bird's still my best overall coverage because it's not going to get blocked by Gholdengo. Yeah, Stormbill comes in, take half its... Ooh, that's good. And then just, again, keep making my safe switches here, and maybe I'll get a chance to set up my rocks. But then again, there's the risk of the U-turn pivot. I mean, no, they can't risk it against this. Otherwise they just take the Rocky Helmet damage. And then I get a free switch into Quagsire because they're locked into Surf. The thing is, I think I actually kind of win this interaction. I've tested this before when I was sparring. And the kind of damage they do not actually that effective, since this is a fully defensive Quagsire. I think I kind of want to go for the Ice Beam, actually. Because while I was doing my sparring testing, I managed to land, like, I'm pretty sure I got like 3 freezes in like 2 matches. And I'm immediately worried that I just burnt all of my luck on that sparring match. Because like there's no way I'm going to actually land a freeze in this one. Ooh, oh, god damn, that's really bad. Critical hit. I guess I'm reaping what I sowed when I landed that one against Palapa. Oh jeez. Just gonna recover here. I don't want them setting up nasty plot, so Toadscore's going to come in, start soaking up those hits. And now they know that I've got Mirror Coat, they're going to be scared to bring in either Jugglis or Palapa. Because they now know that I can tank it and deal it back. Because yeah, unironically, with the exception of Tauros, this actually does kind of deal with the whole team. I just have to not get hit by Aquajet. They're really deliberating on this one. Okay, can I tank out Iron Jugglis? Frankly, I think I can. Because I know it's not Specs. Even if they go like Terra Flying Hurricane, I actually still survive that. The only thing that could screw me here would be like Terra Ice, Terra Blast. I feel that's such like a... that'll be such a weird thing for them to run against me. Because like Toadscool's the only thing I have that's really like crippled by ice. I think the rest of like, pretty much all my Pokemon are like neutral to ice, or otherwise resistant. I guess maybe they could just try and hit me with a U-turn. I mean, I don't think they've actually... they've only shown Hurricane, that's like the only move I know they have. Whoa, okay, no, sorry, I just did the numbers. Unless I think it's running... unless it's running... wait, no, even if this is running... what the fuck? Even if this is running, like, modest, max special attack, Terra Ice, Terra Blast, I survive that. Toadscool is a fucking monster, holy shit. Genuinely, U-turn is like the only thing they really have that could actually really affect me here. And I feel like they're probably running the couch right now to figure this out. And they're coming to the realization that Juggerman can't hurt me right now. God, I just want them to try it. Oh God, I'm so stupid. Oh, I forgot the dark type does that. Oh man, I'm such a big dumb idiot. I was warned about that as well, and I was like, yeah, I know, don't worry, I know that it's a psychic move, I know it can't hit dark types. God, man. There's like 2 big dumb mistakes I've made so far, and I really hope that doesn't like somehow cost me. I mean, I only took like a small amount of chip damage from that anyway, but knowing another move on it is useful. I think I bring Iron Thorns in here, because I've got the sand up to give me the special defense boost. And as long as I'm not terrored, it doesn't have a super effective hit against me. Plus Thorns is actually invested into attack, unlike Tyranitar, so I can actually damage this damn thing. Plus knowing that Shreds doesn't have knockoff is really useful information to have, because it means I actually don't need to immediately use my Terror against it unless I'm blocking Rapid Spin. Man, I've been going through my drinks so fast. Like, I got up and prepared myself, like, I filled like this big pint glass with water, because I've already gone through like a Coke and a bottle of Fanta. I'm already down to like my last bit of water, and we're only like 16 turns in. So now the question is, so Shadow Ball would do 87 to me, but with the sand up, that goes down to about potentially 50. So I can 2-shot them with Earthquake before they can 2-shot me with Shadow Ball. Actually, well, maybe not. Might have slightly overestimated again. With any luck, that does scare him off, though. But I definitely want to not sacrifice this so quickly. Yeah, on the plus side, Pelipper can't come in until Iron Treads comes in, because Stealth Rock is just going to finish it off. Because the thing is, double checking my calcs here, them doing 49.6 was a very low roll. But they have a very solid chance of knocking me out with the second shot. Meanwhile, I'd need quite a high roll to actually finish them off with the second hit. And I'm sure they're probably double checking that on their side as well. I think just the visual indication of me having more health and the fact that I have the speed advantage is going to put them off risking it. Ooh, interesting. And by interesting, I mean bad. I mean, I feel like their most logical course of action is just launching out close combat. I don't want to risk Quagsire getting hit by that. Especially because they don't have rain right now. Yeah, close combat. That hurts. Nah, Goldengo comes out. Damn. The existence of the rocks here, I think, is definitely going to prevent them from making any flying switches. So I feel confident just going for the... No, they still go for Juggless. Take that 25, okay. In which case, I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam. Because now I know I can't just mirror coat them. Unless they Terra, in which case that could be bad. Because I still don't know what this Terra is. Because they've only brought the one Terra Captain and they haven't used it in either match. Which is, on the one hand, it's concerning. But on the other hand, it tells me that they prepped a Terra type for a specific counter that I didn't bring. Like, they could be running Terra Fairy to deal with Roaring Moon. Or maybe it's Terra Grass and they haven't had a chance to actually fire it at Quagsire yet. This could also be an elaborate attempt to pivot into Tread Legs without suffering an Earth Power. But I just absolutely need to get rid of the Hurricane spam before it gets out of hand. Yeah, and I'm out of water. Lovely. I'm always very concerned when they take, like, way too long to decide on their next move. Because it's really making me doubt if I should go with Dazzling Gleam. Because I need Treads to just stop existing in this match. And frankly, hitting Tauros with Dazzling... I mean, I know, Dazzling Gleam's a good option to have. Maybe I go back to Tyranitar. I really want to preserve the health on this, but health on Tyranitar is good as well. Terra Fairy. I guess we finally know what it is. And now I do kind of want to go for Mirror Coat, because I think reflecting that back would work now, because it's fairy. I mean, I know it would work, but I mean, I also feel like Earth Power might just be the better option here, because now it's no longer flying, and I can guarantee that I'm going to hit treads if it switches in. So I feel like they might be anticipating the Mirror Coat now, but maybe not. Okay, so now Earth Power is just the safe play here. The only downside is potentially being too weak to deal with other stuff, but when the alternative is being hit with a Terra Blast anyway, I've got to just suck it up. Good job, Toad Squirrel. You served me well. I think here I do just... I think I gotta sacrifice. Mirror Coat's not gonna... But I do need... I think I need that safe switch. Just to fuck with Goldango. And I can tank this. I mean, they did exactly 33 last time. And I think that's what I got hit with before. Yeah, they've done like 32 to 33 each time. I should be able to survive this. Or at least I really hope I do. On the plus side, if they take another amount of Rocky Helmet damage, they're going to be out of the game as long as I keep some hazards up. Yeah, the Iron Treads comes in, boost comes up. That's fine, hit him with the body press. The most logical switch would be into Goldango here. Because there's no way they're going to let me just take out Treads right now. I gotta try. Cold's Eye, interesting. I guess they're just gonna go for the recover here. Yeah, Goldango. I mean, I can't let it start setting up again. I have to stop that, like, at all costs. It's just a matter of how, because I can't even actually tank a hit with Toadscore right now. I'd have to just come in at full to hit with Earth Power. Maybe this is their plan all along, they just want to wear down Toad score, so I can't deal with Goldango. I'm very tempted to go for the Stealth Rock here. Just so I've got it up again. Keep Pelipper out. Yeah, they're going for the nasty plots. Yeah. Okay. Can I actually win this? That's the question. And now I know that I have enough range to hit it with this. I think this puts me in a great position. Yeah, I'm actually not sure what they can do now. They could bring in Tauros to hit me with Intimidate, but then Tauros is off the field. And I don't want to risk charging up a Dragon Dance, because if they survive the rocks, which I think they will because they're resistant, they could blast me with something before I get a chance. So I'm not actually sure how my speed matches up to Tauros, and I'm not actually 100% certain what its item is. So it could just be Scarfed and ruin my day. So I've just got to go for it. Genuinely, right now, I think spamming Earthquake, I win. I can't second guess myself here. Because Rocks will take out Pelipper. The only thing they could really do is throw in Sacrifice Pelipper, then Tauros comes in, hits me with like Wave Crash, or even just go for the Aquajet. Provided they survive the rocks. And in that case, do I charge the Dragon Dance now? Because if I do, that would force... No, I can't. I have to deal with Goldango. I have to make sure this is gone. But in that scenario, the Sandstorm's going to be gone in like a turn, because I didn't bring the rock. So that's fine. Because then in that scenario, once this thing is down to like low ass health, Spidops can finish it with First Impression. Or even just Corviknight can tank the hit with Rocky Helmet. I think I can win this. Yeah, Pelipper comes in, dies to rocks. It doesn't even get the drizzle up actually. So that's perfect. I'm actually wondering if he knew that would happen. I felt like maybe he was expecting drizzle would activate before the rock damage. Because now I don't think he actually can take me out. Because even if he's Choice Banded, if I Terra Ghost, I mean, he'd have to go for the Wave Crash. which might work. But if I go for Terra Ghost, Aquajet can't finish me off. And I think at that point, if he brings in Tauros, I just bring in Corviknight. But then he'll get a chance to set with Goldango, like, absolutely. And that would be an issue. Okay, now I have to work out what this can do. Because I'm pretty sure they are going to outspeed me since I don't have webs and I don't have Dragon Dance set up. But the question is, can I get a Dragon Dance up? Yeah, the Earthquake, Rapid Spin, Ice Spinner, and they don't have knockoff, which is great. Yeah, even if I Terra Ghost here, Earthquake does mess me up. But I don't really need the rocks that much anymore. So I think here I save myself, I go Corviknight. Let them hurt themselves on the Rocky Helmet. Yeah, or just not do anything. And here I think I just have to Brave Bird to try and hurt Goldango enough. Because logically that's what they're going to have to go into, but I do not want to risk switching Iron Thorns into Earthquake here. I just can't afford that. Goldango comes in, takes the chip damage. Yeah. So they're probably going to recover here, and that's not good. Because once they recover... Yeah. Fortunately, I know they've got no attack investment at all, so I know I have to Dragon Dance here. Fortunately, I'm not Terra Ghost right now. I got a Dragon Dance, then hit him with Earthquake. And that's my best chance here. This is really rough though. Now Earthquake, it might not even do enough to finish him off actually. The range is like 65 to 77%. But this is genuinely the best shot I have. Because I guess after this, I can bring in Spider Ops and just try and karate chop him with the first impression. Okay, Eintrides comes in, it's fine. If anything, that's better for me actually, because now he'll take rocks damage. And I know I can actually safely switch into Quagsire if he, cause he's clearly going to bring in Tauros, try and Aquajet me. And from there, either I go Quagsire to get all my health back, or I go into Corviknight, and he dies to the Rocky Helmet. And logically, I think I need to go into Quagsire, because if he does try and hit me with the with close combat, at least then I know what he's locked into. And I know first impression could probably finish him off. Clodsire, interesting. I suppose that makes sense, actually. Oh man, this is tough. This is not good. I mean, actually, if he's not fully physically defensive, I could one-shot him with Earthquake. And frankly, actually, I still could if he is fully. Wait, no, I'm looking at my other wrong. No, that's Clodsire taking me out with Earthquake. That would have been a very stupid mistake to make. The only thing I think I can really do here is expect that he's expecting me to switch into Corviknight and switching immediately back into Goldango. Yeah, just have to go for it. question is, can I win? Can I actually deal with it? Because I don't think I can. I can't really even deal with Goldengo right now. That was like my last option, really. I mean, I can circle throw him out, but it's not going to do me much good. Yeah, first impression isn't even going to do that much, even if I was like max attack. The circle throw is minus priority, so they'll absolutely get a chance to heal up before I can actually throw them back. Yeah. Yeah, Brave Bird's just not doing enough. Even crit's not going to help me here. And I can't even circle throw it out because it's ghost type. Yeah, genuinely I've got no options here. Well, I think I did pretty good, all things considered. Yeah, it's really getting greedy with that. Yeah, I'm not even unaware, so I can't deal with that. Can't believe I'm losing to the cheese string. If only I'd packed Power Trip. I genuinely really wasn't expecting him to bring Goldengo to this. And I think that's where I meet my demise. Because if I'm lucky, I'll move first and I'll hit him with Freeze, and then all of his Pokemon will just remain frozen for the rest of the match. And the last critical hit just to rub it in. Well, honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself. That was like closer than it had any right to be. God, if he just didn't have that Damn Clodsire. Should have been mine. Well, honestly, this was a lot of fun. And I'm probably going to have to do an interview now, so I'll have to wrap this up. It's so late for me. I've gone through so many drinks. Well, I guess maybe I'll probably have to do this again at some point. I mean, this is a lot of fun. Like, this is a great way to spend, like, 4 months, basically. I'm probably just going to keep rambling if I keep talking at this point, so I'm just going to sign off there and see everyone in the post-match interview.
The challenger was finally drained of their energy and defeated. However, they were able to set a new and unprecedented record.
My dude.
Man.
That was...
I nearly had you.
You literally did. Can I just say, I said this at the end of my match. This was the best set of Pokemon I have ever played in my entire life. I didn't know if our first...
Was it the longest?
No, I'm not lying. It's literally like... I didn't know if our first game in week 7 could have ever been topped. All 3 games were insane. I've never had more... This is absolutely the most nail-biting set I've ever played, ever.
Yeah.
Like...
I can't believe I lost the damn cheese string.
To the cheese! To the cheese, man!
That's Goldengo.
Yeah, you've never brought that damn thing, like, at all.
Yeah, honestly...
Honestly,
yeah, I didn't. I think Goldengo is legitimately the least utilized tier 3 ever. Or tier 0 ever. Also, I need to save this match replay before I forget.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Dude, the Toad Scroll.
Yeah, what did you think of that Mirror Coat set?
What did I think?
I thought Best Mirror Coat was amazing, not gonna lie.
The Mirror Coat was crazy. Also on my tier's biggest, by the way, one of our draft admins. But yeah, no, like, that Toad Scroll, the problem with it was not... I mean, the Mirror Coat was a huge problem, actually. It was yeah. The problem with Toad Scroll is that it wasn't choiced.
Yeah.
I was convinced that you'd have to run a Choice Scarf, because otherwise, like, you just used all my fast guys. Problem!
Well, your fast guys are special attackers.
Well, 5 minutes before I started the match, I swapped... Did you realize I swapped Pelipper? Pelipper was Specs the whole time.
Yeah, I think I realized that.
Because I realized I could two-shot special defensive core with it, which you didn't even run. You ran physics defense.
Yeah. I put all my special defense into Tyranitar and Toad Scroll.
Jesus Christ. Well, you didn't run Assault Vest T-Tar, so like when I saw 53% from Surf, I was shocked. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. Like, honestly, I feel like I kind of wasted my item slot on that one, because you don't know what I was running?
What were you running?
I had fucking Utility Umbrella.
What?
Yeah.
Utility Umbrella?
Admittedly not my best play, because it didn't really get much use.
Because usually you're switching into it, so like,
yeah.
The rain wouldn't even be out. I see.
I was thinking of having it as more of like a kind of a worst case scenario, because I couldn't run Assault Vest because I wanted to run Stealth Rocks and Taunt. And there wasn't much else that really fits, so I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Like Umbrella. Right,
yeah. Dude, when I saw Shadow Ball do 15% to Toad Scroll from Goldengo, I'm like, what's happening? What is going on? I figured out immediately that you were max HP, max Assault Vest.
Yeah, and I wrote out that you were fucking max HP, max defense for that fucking thing.
I saw like, what, 40 or 50% from Hurricane? No, it wasn't even half. From Hurricane, from like Jugulus or something, I was like, what's happening? What's going on?
Yeah.
I was so underprepared. If I had kept Scarf, it could have been actually really easy to deal with. But instead I had to do the horrible dance through the danger the entire time.
Yeah.
I thought I lost the game when I Terra Jugs in the last match. Is that why you didn't bring Roaring Moon? Were you just convinced Terra Figure on everything?
Partially, but also that, I felt like, you know, if I was going to go up against you, right, you know my team so goddamn well. Better than, like, anyone.
Yeah.
So I had to just go completely wild with it. I was running sets that I'd never used before, you know, like that insane, like, Assault Vest Toad Scroll, because I was banking on you expecting me to be running the Scarf set that I've been running the last few weeks.
And you're alright.
Yeah, and of course, like, my like the first time ever not using unaware Quagsire, which may have been my demise in the end, but...
Didn't you use Water Absorb back in the week 7?
I feel like... No, I don't think I did use it against you. I'm pretty sure I was also running unaware.
Really? Huh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I guess it makes sense.
I think the Water Absorb was good on Quagsire, since if you switch it into a Pelipper serve,
Yeah,
you can just sit there and set up sub.
exactly.
Yeah, because otherwise, Spec Surf would have run over your entire team. Quag takes like... Do you want to know how much damage Quag takes from Spec Surf?
I mean, seeing how much I took from Specs Hurricane, I know it's just way too much.
It's 100%. It's 100 to 110%.
Yeah.
It's literally like you instantly die. So if you weren't Water Absorb, I just launched Nuclear Surge with Pelipper. That, like, I thought when I Terra'd with Jugs it was over in the last match because I'm like, oh no, he actually stayed in with Toad Scroll. This is a disaster. I can't even kill this thing before Jugs is dead. And I thought it was over.
And
But
the
then,
Toad Scroll did more with Zingling that Juggalist Terra Blast.
Yeah. And this thing doesn't even have any, like... It has 4 special attack EVs.
Yes. You have 4? I didn't even think you had 4. I wasn't calculating that the whole oops. But I mean, like, yeah, it was unstoppable. I was just like, but the thing is, the reason I realized I could still win after I just wasted Jugs kind of is that it wasn't in vain because your Toad Screw was so laughably weak. I could finally kill with a Shadow Ball, so couldn't switch it on.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
anymore.
Yeah, and that was definitely kind of my downfall there. Although I still had, like, I had the speed advantage over you, so I could just come in and hit you with a single Earth Power. And hopefully weaken you enough to finish you off with Iron Thorns.
Yeah.
But
So
now you did that, just recovering all the fucking health back.
oh yes. Wait, do you want to see my team setup, please? You want?
Yeah, sure.
Send me yours too. I'm curious, just so we can discuss some of this stuff. This is crazy, dude. Like,
Hang on, let me like format it into a paste.
oh, you didn't pay. Okay, I see. Yeah. I can't. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just like Goldango is like the one thing holding my team together against this onslaught. Except it just hard lost to Toad Scroll, so like I was screwed the whole time. I thought it was so screwed. I thought the game was over when I got the crit on Pelipper. Because its health was like my single most valuable resource in this entire match.
Yeah, and then you crit me back like 2 rounds
The
later.
spread was bended.
Yes, I did. I did crit the bird a couple rounds later, and that was a big deal too. So I even called it out. I was like, that's my revenge crit. What did you have? Let me see this.
Yeah, Colbur very interesting. I think I'd pretty much predicted everything else as being all like I'm checking my notes here. Yeah, I worked out Pelipper was most likely Specs. Juggalis, I was pretty sure it was Scarf because I knew it wasn't Specs. Treads, yeah, maybe banned. Claude, presumably Covert Cloak, just because I knew you'd keep running it.
Yeah, Claude.
I wasn't sure on Tauros because it didn't really matter that much.
I mean,
And yeah, I didn't get a read on Goldango because Golden never came up.
the scarf on Tauros did actually matter to kill quite a lot of things. I wouldn't have been able to beat the mushroom otherwise. Not well, kind of. I wouldn't have been able to beat Roaring Moon. That was like my bet. This original team had Goodra on it, but I changed it to Tauros because it made the Roaring Moon matchup so much easier. And then you didn't bring it.
Yeah, I was expecting you to bring Goodra instead of Goldango because Goodra
Really?
still really kind of fucks me up.
I might have done that, but I also just copied the template from last week, and I was like, well, let's see how Goldango works. It probably won't work because he has Roaring Moon, Ultimate Goldango Destroyer on the Earth. But, like, no, actually, nope. I mean, I was running Dazzling Gleam specifically for Roaring Moon because it does, like, 97%. I can easily pick it off after that point. And I was running Culver Berry to take no damage from Crunch.
Yeah.
Or Knockoffs, or whatever the heck else. And yeah, I only give a single Dark type move on your entire team. You didn't even bring Crunch on T-Tar?
Yeah.
What were your other moves? So, you had, yeah. The Quag set, though. Hazard
Yeah.
stacking. Never would have expected any of that.
Yeah, and that's what I was banking on.
I still had Rapid Spin, but Choice Band Treads, which was a last-second draft spiral decision. Well, not last second, but like, almost last-second decision
Yeah.
was terrible here. So bad.
Yeah, like if you want to see a screenshot from me, from the admittedly limited amount of sparring I got to do with irony, you can see that it worked out pretty nicely. Because if I could get treads off the field, I could just start, in theory, just stack and drown you with hazards.
Stack literally everything, and you did that game 1, but thankfully, I was able to. My flyers were able to stop the onslaught barely.
Yeah, because this all originally stemmed from my understanding that you would be running at least like 2 or 3 choice scarfs. So I was like, well, if I'm running sticky webs, that just negates choice scarf effectively.
The good news is that they were 2 of them were on birds. Well, and then I got rid of one of them on the birds.
Exactly. Like I realized after, well, I mean, it's not going to work on Pelipper and it's not going to work on Dragulus unless you Terra.
Yeah.
So I was like, I mean, I can just throw in like Stealth Rocks on top of that and really start stacking the hazards.
Yeah, it made things so tough because like I had to dance around everything. Thank God I didn't tear anything early. I think that play with Jugs at the end was what I needed to get this thing's health down because it was just taking damage from nothing. I need to get in range of like the Tauros hits, otherwise there's no way. I had no way of killing this mushroom. Yeah.
And I'm glad that I think in the second round I was able to pull off what was actually my original strategy for this, where it worked like a charm. I baited out Iron Treads coming in, and then Terra ghosted to block your spin, allowing you to set up my
that was a good play for Ariel to spin block into Dragon Den.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and that was the whole reason I was running the air balloon, because if you're bringing in I was kind of trying to get you for a double whammy, because you'd be like, oh yeah, I can break the air balloon and I can clear the hazards.
The electric ground coverage was really good against Venty's team.
Yeah, super good against it. That's why.
Literally, half your team was weak to either electric or ground, and I'm kind of regretting that I didn't. Originally, I was running Thunder Punch on Tyranitar, but I realized that I was basically running an identical set to Iron Thorns, and I realized I wanted back coverage for Gudra. So I changed it to Ice Punch instead, and I do kind of wish I'd kept Thunder Punch.
I think I assumed the entire time that you had Thunder Punch, even after you revealed it. But
I realized I hadn't used one of my moves until the third round, so I was banking on that as well.
And then you guessed and I'm rewatching the second match, when you guessed the Iron Jug switch in and killed it for free was crazy.
Yeah.
You actually Thunder Punched a fucking Clodsire.
That was such a coin flip moment, Will he Thunder Punch or Earthquake?
Yeah, that was really what it was the whole time. I should have gone into Goldango earlier. That was my big problem. Had I gone to Goldango immediately, I could have just blasted you since you were Terra Ghost, and I lived. What was your last move on? It was you had Iron Head on Thorns as your last move. I thought it was Terra Ghost the whole time. I was convinced. Or Terra Blast Ghost, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, but that was for the kind of, again,
the
you probably expected me. Yeah, exactly. You expected me to bring Roaring Moon, you're probably going to have some fairy coverage. I need to be able to just donk fairies, like, off the field.
Yeah, that's... Oh, man, dude. Yeah, this was crazy. Like, I'm just very glad that, And you were also holding Spidops in the back waiting for the fucking sticky webs, too.
Exactly, yeah.
In order to pick off the Tauros.
Leading with it first. Unless I was committing to that Terra Ghost sweep, I realized it was probably better to save it in the back, because you are just going to try and spin it out right away.
Right. Yeah, it was over once I got to the end of the... Yeah, it was crazy, because like Toadscroll was shit on my entire team. I had nothing for it.
Yeah, and the issue then for me is that once Toadscroll was gone, then fucking Goldango was able to set up. Because even my like massive ground coverage, your stupid massive health, massive defense setup meant that I couldn't really like one-shot you in any situation.
No, yeah, it was ridiculous. Like being able to like, yeah, it was just insane. The only thing left after Toadscroll went down was how did Toadscroll even go down again at the end of that match?
I mean, it was just attrition, really.
It was just attrition.
Yeah, I mean, like what had happened. I had to bring it in. I'm pretty sure you did get me with a Shadow Ball on it.
Is that what it was? I just picked it off? Yeah.
Yeah, because I had to bring it in to hit you with the Earth Power, because I knew I outspared.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And then I was planning to follow it up with Tyranitar or like Iron Thorns. So that's just what I had to do. So I had no other feasible path. But of course, then you're able to just recover and fucking beat it.
What was the speed on your T-Tar? What was the like actual speed number?
Not very fast.
But like the total.
Yeah, that's me stalling for time while I look it up. Give me a fucking
yes.
second. 127.
You said 227?
127.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was slow as shit.
Wait, did we speed time one turn, or am I insane? Did you outspeed me the taunt, or am I insane? Because I was 225 speed on Goldango. Oh wait, this isn't the right version of the set, actually.
No.
Let's see this. Sorry, this is the right one. I was 204 speed on Goldango, but I swear to God you taunted me one turn. And before
maybe you were in sticky. Maybe you were in sticky webs.
That has to be what it was. On sticky webs we speed tied.
Yeah.
That was the problem. So like because of that, I was like, holy crap! I've been winning these speed ties the whole time. If you won like 3 speed ties in a row, you could have killed me.
Yeah.
If I was too greedy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was scary. And so the whole time I thought we were speed tied somehow. So I was like, hopefully this works. I just need to win the speed ties, I guess. Oh, you were extra slow for the weather thing, right?
That's that too, yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
But I mean, also because I just wanted to put all of my investment into like the bulk.
Right.
Like, I mean, you're running choice scarf. There's no point in me putting any speed into this thing.
No, exactly.
Like, I mean, I might as well have been running a trick room team, frankly. Like the only thing, like literally the only thing that had speed was Iron Thorns, because if I charged up 2 Dragon Dances, I could outspeed Juggalos.
Yeah, you very much did. I think, maybe if you had like maybe if you had Earthquake twice at the end of that match, but it was a horrible 50-50, like in the end of round 3.
Yeah.
I
was doing the calcs, and it was like a gamble.
Yeah, it really is. Like, cause I knew I could live like 1 Earthquake from like 72% wherever I was, but like if I swapped, right? Like if I at the end of the game, if I had like swapped to Tauros and you had attacked, then you would have been screwed basically.
Yeah.
So it was all like a horrible gamble basically. Either way, because I was thinking maybe I should just out.
If you didn't attack, the Tauros will just have Aqua Jet, and that would have been the same.
What do you mean, like with Earthquake?
Let's say you switch in Tauros versus the 8% Thorns.
Oh,
if Dragon Dance, you can just Aqua Jet. Otherwise, you just Earthquake and Tauros is dead. But the Thorns is at +0 instead of +1.
Yeah, but the thing is, at that point, I'd have switched into Corviknights.
Yeah,
or then Rocky Helmet would have just killed it.
Or Quag. I was more worried about Quag because then you'd just gotten like 25% of your health back, and then I would.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think that's what I was doing. I was charging up the Dragon Dance so that you would have to use Aqua Jets, and then I could then safely switch Quag in.
Oh, I see. But you didn't. So you didn't expect me to stay in with gold.
With gold, angry. I mean, I was charging that up in case you brought in Tauros, but then you brought in the Clodsire instead, and just kind of fucking walled me with that.
Yeah, well, I hit you with a Shadow Ball while you were Dragon Dancing, and then put you down to 8%. But yeah, you're expecting me to. It made sense.
I mean, before that though, I think like when you sacrificed Palitha, because were you expecting Drizzle to activate when you switched that in?
Wait, did it not activate?
Yeah, it didn't activate Drizzle when you switched in. It just immediately died to the rocks.
Are you serious? Oh, I think I was expecting it to come in. Oops. Oh man, that would have been really bad.
Yeah, you withdrew Goldango, you brought in Palitha, it came in, just immediately died to the rock.
I kind of was, that was part of what I was trying, I was more so just trying to sack it, because I needed to sack it right there. But what it let me do, and I was like, okay, if I can go into Treads clean here, I know I have speed, like an Earthquake, and even if he goes into Corv, I won't hurt myself. I can kill Quag if he goes into that, it'll kill Thorns, and I calced, because I'm choice banded it would have killed you even if you Terra Ghosted. So it's like if he goes Corv, I can go into Ramsey and hopefully just immediately recover unless he just double switches into Thorns and makes me lose the game there. But that's so risky when I have an Iron Treads on the field. So yeah. And then I was able to actually, that was, those whole set of like the last 10 turns were just all horrible 50-50s on both sides. And then it was so, yeah. That was crazy, dude. Like seriously, like, incredible like job this whole season. Like it's been insane. Can you link the whole bracket now?
I'm gonna have to finish it off actually. Hang on.
Yeah, let me. It'll give me a second to like get my Discord up too. Should I show Tablet the cursed Corviknight set? Yes. There was a forbidden Corviknight that if you brought, I would have lost this game so hard.
Was it the Heat Rock one again?
No, it was light screen max Badef.
Yeah, I honestly I kind of considered running screens on some stuff, but
yeah, that specifically was like just unkillable. It was like the most cursed thing ever. And like, no, like Reggie's not wrong. He bullied me so hard with this set. It was like I was going through a fucking like S&M dungeon every time I had to do a match. I was so tired. I was like, I can't keep doing this. Because it would just slow U-turn everything in for free. When I saw the last move was like Iron Defense, I was like, when I saw his body press, I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually just beat Corviknight. Because the Power Trip shot was like technically the only Corviknight that could kill Goldango. But it's so risky to run. Especially when I have an unaware mon like Claude, so I was hoping you just didn't worry that one either.
yeah.
But the good news is that Claude just beat that set anyways. It couldn't do more than like 53% or something to Claude, and I just would counter you into oblivion. But like, that set was so bad. Oh my god. I just can't believe it's finally over. This is the longest season in Rhythm Masters Draft League history, and it will probably forever be the longest season. Hopefully. 16.
Yeah, 12 weeks is way too much.
And then technically 16 if you're the finalists, because, yeah.
Yep.
It's horrible. Like, it was just too long. We got a lot of people, that's why we decided to extend it. We thought it would be fine, and then it was like, oh man. It was just so long, it's ridiculous. But like, it was still really fun. These are some incredible matches, just great games all around. And like, I'm happy to have won it. Also. But jeez. Tablet, this is also, I want to also point this out, this is your first ever Draft League season.
Yeah.
And you made it to finals. that's
For real, you made a lot of progress during the season.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Like, and you get a fresh new role too. Hold up. Very important.
It's the fucking weekly stuff.
Now you have the cool Warlock Purple name.
Ooh, nice.
Wait, I guess that. Whoa, I need to try myself actually. I got the current RML champion role. And I get the whatever the heck the other one is. There it is. The champion of Larrytown / Ionopolis. Or I'll change. I might just change that to be the champion of Larrytown or something. Because the name is so long. It just like gets eclipsed in the role menu. That's actually, oh gosh. Well, at least I got to use all 3 of my songs. The true victory. Looks like the Sableye you brought week 1, literally.
Live screen.
That's
a weather.
Yeah, that's a Reggie setup I've ever seen. That's why I was hoping to God that you was not be what you brought.
Yeah. I guess since you assigned the roles, it's not really a secret who the winner victory is. I guess I can post the final.
Oh wait, you're right. Actually, you're right. I'll take it away from now. That's true. That's true.
I mean, it's alright. I mean, might as well just post it. Unless you really want to wait for the video upload.
I'll wait like a day.
Yeah,
no one can see my rolls because it's hidden under my BDSP champion one and my mod rolls. That will be fixed eventually, but...
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to wait for me to actually edit my side before you post yours as well, though.
That's fine. I will actually wait. This is also hilariously long. Let me find the original bracket picture, at least that was up there. Wait, I think you sent it to me. I don't think you actually posted it in here.
I mean, I think I posted it I think I posted it each week whenever the matches got updated.
Yeah. Well, there's this one. Yeah.
But I've got the finished one I just sent you.
So to put in perspective, like, I had the worst possible set of, oh, you just sent us the actual finished one?
Yeah, this is the one I just finished now.
I just finished, like, on my side, I had to fight the wild card of the whole, like, season with his absurdly crazy strats. I had to fight the 2 people who beat me. I had to fight the person who gave me the closest game in the whole thing. You had to fight the person who 5-0'd you week 1. You had to fight the commissioner of the entire league, who was secretly training like people to defeat the more weathered players the whole time. They were training the lower ranked players, which is crazy how he was doing that the whole time schedule wise. And then you had to fight Casey, who's one of the most like dangerous players I've ever battled against. You did not have an easy time throughout this whole thing either.
Yeah.
We have very hard bracket climbs. So, like, that's insane.
Yeah. And of course, and I was in the conference with, like, all the sweatiest of tryhards.
This is true. This is absolutely true.
I remember myself being, I hope I don't face Reggie and Venty during the finals or during the playoffs, and what do you know, man?
Yeah, you have to fight him round 1. Oh, no.
Round 1 was fire, but round 2 was different.
Yeah. That was one of the only round 3s we actually got, too. It's kind of crazy. And then, of course, the finals. The most, like... That, yeah. It was absurd. I can't believe, like, how long it took. Honestly, a super long finals for the longest season ever, I guess it's fitting, right?
Yeah. It's gonna take so long to render, though.
The first battle was at 5:23. The last one finished at around 7:48.
Jesus Christ, no! Oh no! Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. Oh man. Oh, yeah, this was an absolutely wild season. Gen 9 is insane. Overall, I think the way we handled Terra was good, for the most part.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it was like the most balanced Terra's probably ever gonna be.
Yeah, because there's leagues that let you use like only like really shitty mons, and even then, for Terra, and even then it's like you can only choose a couple of types, like 1 stab type and like 2 off types or something. But like,
yeah, I've seen that as well.
I like the freedom of being able to choose whatever and it just limited to a couple months. I don't think it's I don't think that's too overwhelming. Because like you can.
I'm down to try with more broken stuff, but it's hard to balance to not have too much broken stuff.
Yeah, I think we've mostly stopped the broken stuff from being able to Terra, besides like Halucha and Cyrilage, the big outliers. But that's an
Can
easy
you imagine if we wait like 1 or 2 weeks and have a walking weight inside the picks?
Dude, imagine if I got walking weight for my team. This league would have been over.
God.
I would have made a Gudra. I would have just run weak. Oh no.
If we'd done this draft, like, if we'd started the draft process like a month later, I would have absolutely taken Wake as my T0. I think it's nuts.
Even on a non-rain or sun team, it's ridiculous. But it's so easy to pick up a budget one anyways. There's a lot of ways to say weather. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Ironic that I picked my tier 0 last. I picked Bax. I traded for Garchomp and it ended up being 20 kill count at the end of the season.
Yeah. I kind of blundered my way through my draft picks as well. Like, I was just taking the stuff I liked and, like, kind of reacting to what everyone else was taking. And then I just accidentally made a sand team.
Right? Yeah, dude, your sand core was like... Like, the first...
Like, I only picked up Tyranitar because, like, it was one of, like, the 3 weather setters left, and I wanted to have weather options. And I just conveniently happened to also have a bunch of, like, steel and ground and rock types.
Right? Yeah, it was crazy. I don't think oh my
I
god.
wanted my Suncor so bad, but William just before me picked Great Stuff, and I was like, no, you can't do that.
Right? Yeah, this... I'm trying to get the sheet to load. There it is. What the heck is going on? The Garchomp is crazy, because, like, I thought that, like, maybe Garchomp would rot in T0, to be honest. But then, like, it's just, like, the second highest, like, kill counter in the whole league. That thing was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a Garchomp.
It is still a Garchomp.
Quake is Quake.
And that thing is still a really dangerous Swords Dance Sweeper. It is really good coverage for a reason. Like, even without Terra, it's
so
really good.
bulky.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, it's just crazy. Let me just delete this. This isn't supposed to be here. Yeah, because, like, these teams, so many of these teams are so stacked. I love my team so much. Like, I can't believe it. Like,
Yeah, I don't think there was a bad team. Whole team had good potential.
yeah, they were wild. Like, my squad, the synergy was just crazy. That was its biggest strength. Casey realized it really early and told me on. It's like, yeah, every time that you fight, that I fought your team, it's just literally like a horrible game of 50-50s every turn. Because of all the
your
communities.
You just had so many good switch-ins every time.
That's why it was so funny, because every single week, I was running 3 to 5 choice items on my entire team. And, like, most of the time, just Scarf. And I don't know why, no one realized this is what I was doing every week. Like, no one went back and watched my matches or whatever, or realized it, I don't know how. But, like, I almost brought 5 choice Scarfs one week. I almost brought it against Rabom. I changed it the last second off of treads.
Yeah. Do you know something kind of devious that I did while I was
What?
prepping?
What?
Is I went back and I watched your perspective of my match so I could see like what you were using and all the things you were saying you were like scared of me doing.
Right,
And, like,
exactly.
I did build like a team based around that information.
Really?
Because I had like your quote saying like, oh, Jolteon is going to be very key to this matchup. Corv can solo my whole team, so Azul owns my whole team. Spiritomb is not a threat whatsoever.
Actually,
Best Tactile is so annoying, like all that stuff. Like even you saying offensive Quag could have done well against me, and that could kind of convince me to sort of lean off the massive sort of stockpile defensive core for my final team.
there was a set that was technically able to ruin my entire life, and that was Unaware, like Terra Poison Quagsire, with like stockpile. That's why I made the swap to choice specs on Pelipper, because then I could just try to overwhelm you before it's too late alongside choice ban treads. That was my only hope, because otherwise if you got all your stuff up, I was fucked.
Yeah, the only issues I realized Claude V Quag combat wasn't going to work too well. Although actually, if you can like see my team, I actually did have sort of an anti-Claude measure set up.
What was it exactly?
Because of course you probably realized that I was setting Substitute to completely block your Toxic without having to use Terra.
Well, there's that too. Oh, you were Terra flying?
Yeah, so I could have just completely, absolutely walled you at that point if I so desired.
That's actually devious. And you're faster than me, so you always could get it off. Ooh, that's really devious. And you had boots to avoid. I actually didn't notice the boots in my brain until now.
Yeah, like I was, and of course I was running the special attack, so you couldn't counter my ass.
Yeah, so I was expecting, me and Reggie were expecting you to run Earth Power. Because then you would one of my
I
counters.
was for a while, but then I realized, like, this was after I'd subbed out. I wasn't running Toxic, so I needed a way to actually hit everything for a worst case scenario, you know? I didn't want to be stuck fighting, like, Juggalis with, you know, just Earth Power and, like, no Toxic.
Right. No, the Ice Beam just coverage makes sense. The Spikes is just like, yeah. Thank God I didn't Terra my Juggalis early, because that would have been a disaster. It would have gotten shredded by Spikes.
Yeah.
Like...
Would have been good for me, though.
What?
Would have been good for me, though, so you probably
It would have been
could've.
great for you. It would have been fantastic. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. Just Terra Fire and just throw it straight into the fucking Stealth Rocks.
Right? Dude, when the Treads thing happened with the Terra Ghost on Ironthorns, I knew. I was like, wait a second. If he goes for the thing here and he's Agnes Terra Ghost, because I had a feeling you were going to be Terra Ghost, I was like, don't I just lose the game? And I was like, I should probably cancel this. And then I was about to hit cancel and the turn went off. And I was like, oh no! The worst case scenario just happened. But then I threw because I could have literally just gone to
I remember
Goldango.
a similar moment with me versus Tablet. I watched your perspective and you say, oh, if the Slither Wing Terra Ground, I think it's over. And I Terra Ground, it was over.
Yeah, that was, I didn't realize Goldango could have super easily taken all those hits, and I could have just gone in and blasted you with Shadow Ball, but alas,
Yeah.
I fucked
You
up and
never
started
know what the
sacking
fourth
shit.
move is, you cannot risk it.
Yeah. Like, genuinely, I really wasn't expecting you to run Goldango. And of course, like, I didn't have... I bothered not to do Unaware, because you didn't really have any static mons on your team usually. Like, the only thing you'd have maybe is, like, Cursed Clodsire, which the rest of my set dealt with.
Yeah, completely.
So yeah, so I had no real reason to be running Haze or Unaware.
Yeah.
Which meant I didn't really have a way to deal with Goldango.
But
Especially
even
not a
if-
massive defensive one.
Yeah, even if you had run Haze right, I would have still boosted past you if you didn't have Earth Power, because, like, the thing
Yeah.
is that I would have needed to just get, like, 1 or 2 turns right with the Nasty Plot thing, because it's Nasty Plot, which is, like, the +2 is too much for Haze to just usually deal with. But, like, the other win con was just getting Spadef drops on you.
Yeah.
Eventually, unless you were also running Cobra Cloak, which would have been a very big issue, potentially. But if you weren't unaware, my Pelipper could have come in and just obliterated you, which was the whole point. Or if you, because then you would have been, excuse me, if you were water absorbed, then I could have just done that. Or then I could have just gone to Goldango, and if you were unaware, I could have just gone to Pelipper, is what I mean to say.
Yeah. I mean, like, but based on the information that I had and, like, the most educated guess that I made, I'm pretty happy with the team that I built.
No, the team that you built was very, very good. Like,
Yeah, because, like, I mean, of course, there's all the what-ifs, and, like, I could have built something better if I knew what you were running, but having to go in blind based on the very limited information I could piece
It's always
together.
hard to account
sparring with
for all 11 Pokemon on the other side. There's always
exactly.
one who will go, he's not gonna bring that, then brings it, if you're like, oh.
Yeah. Like, I'm kind of surprised you... I'm kind of surprised you didn't bring Jolteon. I'm also very surprised that you only brought your one Terra Captain. Like, that's kind of an insane play.
So that's the thing, right? I was thinking of bringing Jolteon because Corv actually just owned my entire team and there was nothing I could do about it.
Yeah.
The only way I could kill it originally was to corner it with, as your last mon, with Goldango, basically. And that's Spadef Corv, because Spadef Corv I could not beat. If it was Spadef Corv, it was over. Well, I could kill it eventually with Goldango, but it would take forever, and I need to get Spadef drops or crit. It was awful. So, like, the Pelipper was meant to just delete you because I do 60% and you have nothing to actually kill me within 2 hits.
Yeah.
And that's why I had Wild Charge Choice Band, which is 67% if you were Spadef. But when I saw it deal like nothing, I was like, yeah, that has to be Fizdef. Like, I figured out you were running Fizdef and I was like, okay, this is gonna be a whole different issue. Because, yeah. Because I don't do enough damage at all is the problem. So I had to do something else. So I knew Jolteon, it wasn't going to cut it because I knew you were going to be prepared for it. It was too frail for this match. Because I knew it was just going to take too much damage and just be worn down. That couldn't be my one way of dealing with it. So then, I originally had Goodra, but I was like, I need Tauros or Roarmoon just owns the shit out of me and I can't do it. I can't do anything. So instead, the match became, without Tauros, the match became dancing around Roarmoon until I can finally kill it, and then I can actually play the match.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a disaster. But that was the thing I was the most scared of, is the fact that I only had one Terra Captain this whole time, because I'm like, that's huge information to have to give up if I have to Terra game one, because then he knows everything I can do, and I'm just screwed. I was assuming Poison or Steel on Quagsire, that wasn't going to be hard to figure out, and then Treads could have been a bevy of things. It could have been like Electric, could have been Grass, it could have been Ghost. There's a lot it could have been. Or even Water, honestly. But at the end of the day, I was, I could hear your voice echoing through my head. It's like, yeah, you should really, it's optimal to bring more than one Terra Cap in every single match. But instead, I just couldn't fit Goodra or Jolteon here. It just wasn't possible. Just wasn't enough room, because I realized how integral Goldango was to this match, because otherwise I just had no breaking power to beat Corv. I had no breaking power to be half the team. And if you just didn't bring enough ground moves, I could exploit that and have more opportunities for me to set up. So like, yeah, Goldango, hilariously, like I brought him to a total of what, like 5 matches this whole season, all 16 weeks, and he is like. Actually, I underused him so much. Imagine me bringing it to like half my matches and just.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe it's better I didn't, right? Because then people didn't know how to actually prep for this thing. But yeah, like, it's T0 for a reason. If this thing could Terra, it would be the most broken Pokemon in the entire game. Which I guess it can in Gen 9, but whatever, in regular OU, but...
But there's a lot of Pokemon that were balanced by not being able to Terra.
Yes, Goldango would have been a disaster.
Like Dirge.
Like Dirge, yes, like Skeletor's the monster. Imagine Terra Fairy on that thing. Nope, I don't want to think about it. #1 kill leader every game.
Terra Fairy on it, unironically will have been like one of the best Pokemon in the draft.
Imagine Terra Dragon too. If you're going up against like a rain team or something that utilizes the regular elements, dude, just unkillable. That thing would have been disgusting. Terra Flying to avoid ground heavy teams. Awful. But yeah, somehow we've come to this. So again, I still can't believe it's actually over. That was like, my head is just spinning, honestly.
Yeah.
It's good to not have to think about it anymore, really.
Honestly, yeah. But yeah, I guess we can start to like wrap up. Do you guys have any final thoughts?
Well played.
Honestly, dude, super well played. Omega, well played. My god.
Yeah.
Like I said, these are like the best set I've ever played. I couldn't believe this. I've never had matches that made me this destroyed. This just like on the ropes, losing my mind every single turn, basically.
I went through like so much drinks, just like kind of sipping in between turns.
Yeah, I do not blame you. It's like, jeez, this was so tough.
Yeah. I like actually went up to like take a piss in between, like in the middle of the third match.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Yeah, this is just fantastic. This is a great season, even if it was like ridiculously long. We'll fix that. We're gonna have less. I think we're gonna start to downsize to less players and have less weeks, so we can do shorter seasons and maybe do it twice a year. Who knows? Or like once every like 1.5 years or something. Or once every like excuse me, not 1.5. I meant to say like 3/4 of a year, not every 9 months or something. We will figure it out.
Yeah, I'm excited for the next one though.
3-4 a year is possible, but it's still a lot of management to do.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we'll have to see. We're probably gonna need quite the break after this.
Players again, 16 maximum, no more.
Yeah, 16 maximum for sure. It's too much. We could even cut down on the interdivisional weeks too. They're hype, but like, if we just imagine cutting it down to like 7 weeks.
We don't really have to fight everyone in their home division.
We don't have to what?
We don't have to fight everyone in our home division either.
I guess it's also true. Yeah. That is also true. Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. We also don't know. We're not entirely sure what format we're gonna do next. That'll take a while. We're throwing around some ideas, like maybe Gen 4 Ubers, but we would probably need a lot less players for that. But like, we'd have to see. Just because of the amount of available Ubers months. We'd have to figure everything out. Gen 5 doubles OU might be back on the menu though. As an anniversary one, because that's probably the format we've all enjoyed the most in general. From the first 4 seasons. And I'm not gonna lie, that format's a banger. So that's
the Cup was fun, but I think the format was so different that what we were used to that we did not realize how good the Hyper Offense was, and a lot of people just ran standard tanky stuff, and that just doesn't work in the Little Cup.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, there's a lot that you can run in that though. Like, you can go bulkier, you can do like crazy hyper often. It just depends on what you're able to get. But like, weather teams are also super fun, obviously, because the infinite weather.
Yeah.
But yeah, like.
Oh, Gen 5 is just a beast on its own.
Yeah, it's a crazy free for all. There's so much you can do in it. That's when they started introducing all the super crazy moves for doubles and stuff, like ally switch and all that good stuff. But yeah, like, yeah, with that, I think, yeah, I guess I just want to legitimately thank everyone who, like, all the players who played, like Iron Man, Ayano, Victor, Doombot, Bloomer, Fire, Sap, and Xander, Haruhi, Casey, Ribbon, Cerebi, Shai Cerebi, Professor Rex, William, Obi, Brelu, the Shroomer himself, Biggest, Swiggest, Grunky, Reggie Ultima, Tablet, and I guess myself. Thank you, seriously, thank you all for playing. This is a fantastic season of crazy, like, alliances, betrayals, like, insane strategies that I would have never seen coming a million miles away. We got to see Metronome unironically used in a match, and it worked. Like, shoutouts to Sapin, absolute mad lad. But yeah, oh man, this was absolutely fantastic. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all who were listening in, watching the match, despite how long it was. But yeah, I guess we'll see you all next season, in Season 5, or whatever the heck we end up doing. So yeah, guys, let's sign off.
Tune in next time.
Yes, tune in next time to the Ribbons Masters Draft League. I'll see you all later on the high seas. Yarg!
R.
Good night, everybody. Thank you all for watching.
Subscribe to Venty.
And subscribe to Tablet! He's amazing! His videos are so much higher quality, they're incredible! I can't wait to see this match from his end.
You gotta say CannedWolfMeat is gonna be like actual promotion.
I can't what? Yes, CannedWolfMeat! Subscribe to CannedWolfMeat on YouTube! He has way more subs than me, like 10 times the amount.
I need that sound clip. I gotta promote myself.
Right?
I gotta go on the grind.
Make it a soundboard in the Discord. I'll let you do it. I'll put it in this Discord. I don't care. We have so many soundboard slots. I don't think we use any of them. But yeah, thank you all. We'll see you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.